I wanted to offer a little strategy for people that want to use herbs for medicinal purposes, for helping their own healing, whatever you're dealing with. And it's just to kind of help you save a little bit on the financial end, because a lot of times herbs can cost a lot in health food stores, and you can kind of sidestep that by creating your own capsulations. So I wanted to show this. It's called Cap-M-Quik, and it's a neat little system that allows you to fill up to 50 capsules at a time with whatever herb you're using in a powdered or really broken down fine format. And these come in various sizes. This is size 0, which fits on average up to about 500 milligrams of whatever herb you're putting in there. And then the bigger size is 0, and the higher the increment goes, the less the capsule fills because it's smaller. I believe it goes up to size number 3. And this is 0 size, so it's easy to swallow. It holds a decent amount. And this is what I'm going to show you guys just quickly how to pack these. And specifically what I really wanted to do with this is actually something for my mom, because she deals with a lot of inflammation, and I'm sure we've all heard by now that turmeric is a very powerful anti-inflammatory among other properties that are contained within the whole herb. And my mom was using curcumin as an extract for treating inflammation, and she felt good with it. However, it's a very expensive supplement. And in addition, there are other compounds in the whole herb that can add additional benefits. So because I have purchased a large amount of turmeric powder, I'm going to implement the strategy of just creating my own encapsulations, which is going to cost me nothing except my time. I won't lie, this stuff does take time to put together, so you're spending money for spending your time. But having done that, then my mom can easily use up to 4 to 8 capsules a day to help mitigate the inflammation by increasing the quantity, because let's face it, no one's going to be eating 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon of turmeric in a day with any meal. It's just not that palatable. So it's a good strategy for using capsules for things that you just can't take in enough through diet, through your meals, and as well as for herbs that you just can't stand the taste of, to use in the form of a tea or something like that. Here's some examples. Artichoke leaves, which I've used in the past, and Bacopa monnieri or brahmi. Like, these just taste horrible, and so what I did is I encapsulated them, and that way I was able to use them and get their effects without actually having to endure the taste. Now, I've heard that in herbal medicine that tasting the herbs, especially bitters, to really take in that bitter principle, is part of the actual medicine of receiving from the herbs. And I would argue that's probably, very relevant. But again, with some things you're still going to get benefit as opposed to getting no benefit if you're not using it. And if you want to save yourself a little bit of money, you can do a mass creation of encapsulations of whatever herb you're going to be using for a stretched period of time, because they're going to last just fine inside the capsules, stored in a cool, dry place. So let's move on to how the capsulation works. So the system comes with the bottom tray here that has all the inserts for what's going to support the 50 capsules. It's got 2 swivels at the end that are going to be inserted into the rods, and this is what supports the second level, which is this here, and it is then supported by the 4 inserts here. And because of the swivels, it's actually not touching the bottom base. There's a little space in between. This allows the capsule to be fully flushed with the top layer, so that the powder you're putting on top, almost all of it will be able to be inserted into the capsule instead of just like falling all over the place. And so what I've gone ahead and done is just open up the capsule. So I take off the tops and just put them in a bowl so they don't get lost, and filled up each of the 50 slots, which just insert right inside like that. Next step is to put our medicine directly on top here, and I'm actually just finishing up with the manchista root powder that I made from the whole root. And as you can see, this stuff falls right into the holes, and then we smooth that out afterwards. So the kit also comes with this little card item that gives the instructions on here, as well as being very handy for actually sliding along and evenly distributing all the material into the holes. So you can see it all went in, and then we just insert more powder to finish the job. And then whatever's really remaining on top, you can just kind of scoop it out and set it aside. And with these guys all filled, the final component of the set is this tamper here. And it's got little inserts that are going to push down the contents of each capsule. Just like so, and then just gently press a couple of times to compact the material. And because this brings it down more, it gives us additional room for putting in more plant matter. Now I finished my material here, so I'm not really going to be doing more. But this process with the tamper, you're going to want to repeat at least twice, because you'll find that you're going to be able to insert more each time. And that is good if you want, to pack more herb into each capsule. Now I just want to show you that you are going to get variance in the weight. If this is something that really matters for you, then as you can see, I have a little pocket scale here. So you can see one capsule has 360 milligrams, and this capsule has 440 milligrams. And that's the widest range that I've seen with this particular herb. You have to remember that every herb is going to have a different density and weight, so that's why you're going to get that variation. Not only from capsule to capsule, because not everyone's going to be compact exactly the same, but from different herbs to different herbs, you'll find that their density is also different. So with all the capsules filled and tampered down, you just have to gently rotate the swivels back, and this top section falls through. And as it does, these are now exposed so that we can put the cap heads on top. So make sure you just grab them, the ones that you store to the side, and gently you're going to put each one insert on top, but you're not going to press it down right away, because if you do, that can shake up the contents of the other ones and cause them to spill out. So you're just going to cover all 50 of them. And once that's done, then you're going to press them down. So with each of them all topped up, now I press, and you actually hear a snap every time one inserts. So with all of them pressed down nice and firm, when you lift this up, you find that they're actually still attached, but they'll easily fall through. So you're going to want to have something to push these down into. So I have a separate bowl here that I'm just going to do that. So they really easily fall right through. And there you go. Now all you can do, you can store these in a simple glass jar to be completely ready for your use. So there you go. It's pretty easy to do. Just gonna be a little bit time consuming, especially ideally you're gonna be doing a whole bunch all at once so that you don't have to do the setup all over again after you've done like a week's supply. So I generally, if I'm gonna do this, about a month, 2 months supply, and just keep them ready to go. And yeah, so Cap-M-Quik, I'll maybe just link it down below. You guys can check it out. And awesome way to bring more herbs into your life in a way that is easy to use. It's gonna save you some money, and especially helpful if you don't like making teas or want to avoid tastes of unpleasantness of certain herbs. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care, you all.